CWA Saturday Night Extreme. I'm Rico alongside Michael Andrews, and we are just 4 weeks away from CWA's biggest show of the year, Gold Rush.
You know what? It's this time of the year. I get super excited. We have this tournament going on. It's anybody's ball game, so it's their road to gold to crown eventually in a four-way match. It will be a fatal four-way match at Gold Rush, a golden opportunity case winner. That's my favorite match of the year. Every single year I've been involved in a couple of them. I'm really looking forward to that. Also, as of last week, we now have a #1 contender for Aaron Stone's CWA Championship. We saw Matt Wild go against Mark Reconcile last week, and unfortunately for Matt Wild, Mark Reconcile came out on top, just proving to him that he's the better man.
It will be Mark Reconcile challenging Aaron Stone in the main event of Gold Rush 6, June 9th for the CWA Heavyweight title. Tonight's main event will be a second-round tournament match. Very excited to see Rion Skills taking on Tyler Cross. We were actually... We hear the music of Riley O'Doyle, the leader of O'Doyle Enterprises. We were supposed to have another second-round match tonight between Greg Knight and Enigma. That match has now been pushed back a couple of weeks. We will see that match take place Saturday night, May 26th. A highly anticipated match between Enigma and Greg Knight. But right now we see Riley O'Doyle coming out to the ring.
I kind of want to see what Greg Knight has, actually. That'll be some real competition for him. You know, obviously we saw Greg Knight's first round match.
A couple weeks ago, Greg Knight beat Riley in the tournament. Last Saturday night, Greg Knight beat Crow, but it gets much tougher for Greg Knight against Enigma Saturday, May 26th.
Loser! We don't want to hear from you!
I'm going to ask all of you guys real nicely this time. I'm going to ask all of you to silence yourselves. I have important business to speak of.
I'm asking you to shut up.
I need you to shut up. I need you to shut up. I need you to shut up.
What's up, buddy?
2018. Boy, what a year for O'Doyle Enterprises. And it doesn't stop there. At this year's Gold Rush, Gold Rush 6, it's going to be our year, our Gold Rush of O'Doyle Enterprises. And you know, and it's going to start off with me, especially the CEO and owner of O'Doyle Enterprises. You suck! And he said, you suck! You suck!
What's Riley getting at here? Talking about Gold Rush?
No love for Riley. And Gold Rush is not a year.
Tyler Cross, the only member of O'Doyle Enterprises remaining in this tournament.
Gold Rush 6 is starring me, Riley O'Doyle.
As of now, no member of O'Doyle Enterprises has a set match for Gold Rush.
Challenge to a match.
This ought to be good.
Members of the board of directors. I don't care if it's you, Michael Andrews, the cripple that stays in the hospital. I don't care if it's you,
This guy's got a frequent flyer card
I
in the
don't care
hospital.
if it's RBK.
Is this guy
So I
serious?
just want all of you to know, I will have a match at Gold Rush, and it will be against one of you fools.
I doubt that, Riley. There's no point in doing that.
I know for sure that I do have one member of O'Doyle Enterprises in action tonight, and that man is Superstar of the Year, Warlord.
Let's get on with it.
You know, Riley wants to talk about he'll fight any one of us. I'll go down and kick his ass right now. I don't care what shape
I don't
I'm in.
think we should give him the time of day.
No.
There should be no match between Riley and any one of us at Gold Rush. But here comes
We beat him every single
Warlord.
Look what happened last Gold Rush.
Exactly. Last year at Gold Rush 5, he put a team together consisting of Tyler Cross, Crow, Sin, and himself. And we annihilated them.
Yeah.
The year before that, Riley wrestled RBK one-on-one at Gold Rush 4, and RBK defeated Riley. There's no point. So I'm really not sure what Riley's getting at, but nevertheless, Warlord scheduled for singles competition
Now he's pointing.
in this opening matchup. Let's bring out his opponent.
One of the members is super scary. Who do you got booked here?
Well, one half the Saturday Night Tag Team Champions. These two men, Warlord, and of course Juan Loco.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
They had their problems last Saturday, actually. It was Loco. Didn't bring his belt out with him for some reason. Loco, who actually made sure that LS Condito defeated Warlord in their second round tournament match. Wait a minute.
Oh, come on now. Where's the referee at?
There's the ref.
I'm just going to go ahead. There we go. Now we got a match.
Referee Sean Danger in there. And our opening contest here on the May 12th edition of Saturday Night Extreme is seeing Warlord pummeling Juan Loco.
Well, these two very familiar with each other. We all know about the Super War Loco stable. You know, they were former tag team champions. These two carrying those titles when Matt Wild was injured for a good majority of, I believe, 2015.
Oh, it was 2016, but we were close. Nevertheless, Loco,
here.
big clothesline.
Big diving clothesline. Go for a quick cover. One. Oh. Oh, come on now. Referee saw that.
Yeah, well, that's Warlord for you. Warlord actually defeated the other half of Super Scary in the first round a couple of weeks ago. He beat Night Terror. But in the second round, Cinco de Mayo last Saturday, LS Condito was the one to advance to the Final Four, not Warlord. LS Condito has a one-way ticket to Gold Rush 6.
Well, you know what? That's got to be really frustrating. And he's going for the eyes. It's not even a cover. It's got to be really frustrating for Warlord, considering, you know, Superstar of the Year and all. He's really not living up to that. Forearm to the face.
It remains to be seen what Riley well, Riley challenged, of course, one of us to a match at Gold Rush, but Warlord, Matt Wild, what are all these guys going to be doing this year at Gold Rush 6? With the big event just 4 weeks away, and Loco's in bad shape at the moment.
He's not looking good. Riley in the corner, no Night Terror out there. That's not good odds. You know, I mean, you're right, Lethal. We have only a few short weeks left. So much to do, so little time.
Look at this.
Vintage Warlord with that.
Very nicely done. The audience pulling for Loco as Riley and Warlord are complaining to referee Sean Danger.
Can I ask how Sean Danger's drew the short straw and he refereed?
Low man on the totem pole, Mike.
Takes Loco over with a fisherman suplex, only a 2 count.
I told him, listen, I don't need you to wrestle tonight. I need you to ref.
I mean, it is what it is.
Officially, or unofficially, I guess, a member of the Redneck Connection is Sean Danger.
Yeah.
Loco now trying to battle back. He's got the right hands going, and now the elbow. Vintage Loco.
He's waiting for him to get up.
Loco seems to be in excellent shape. I think he actually lost a few pounds.
He might have.
And now the DDT, no, counter. Kick to the midsection.
Loco driver.
No, another counter and a roll
Roll
up.
up, come on, no. One. He's got the trunk. You saw that. He had the back of his pants.
Warlord, you're a winner. No. No! Fucking idiot. Yeah, real smooth.
Well, Loco just got, you all saw it, I saw it, the referee apparently didn't see it, he's arguing, wait a minute, this ain't, just when you thought these two idiots were done, they're back in there putting the boots to them, come on now. Get these guys out of here. Wait a minute, there's Night Terror, a little late to the party, but here he comes,
Warlord.
And you look at Warlord and you look at O'Doyle, they're running for the hills.
Warlord and Riley should have just went to the locker room. They got greedy, and now Night Terror wants to get himself some of Warlord and Riley.
I thought for a minute after the blatant rule, I mean, he had his
Night
pants.
Terror coming to the aid of Loco.
After that garbage win, you figured they were going to do the honorable thing and at least go to the back. No, they got to come off blindside Loco. That's ridiculous.
Lucky for Loco that Night Terror was here. I didn't know Night Terror was here, actually. As Night Terror not scheduled to compete here tonight.
Really?
But nevertheless, the bad blood continues between Loco and Warlord.
It's never going to stop. I mean, they've been going at it for over a year. But you're right, though. You're right. quick win here for, I hate to say it, but for Warlord over one half of the tag team champions, of course in Juan Loco.
Well, Warlord, the winner of the match. And next up here tonight is
you hear that?
gonna be a member of the Redneck Connection. We haven't seen him in a few weeks. It's none other than Clayton Keg.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, I gotta say, I mentioned this actually to somebody downstairs earlier. Is it just me, or does he have some sort of a... He must be on the same plan Matt Wild is, because his hair grows a lot faster than anybody else's hair I've ever seen in my entire life. It feels like just, you know, about a month ago.
You're right, actually. I don't know. I remember when he lost his hair in a match. Hair versus mask against Warlord a couple of years back.
We want to hear from you.
Before I get down to business, got something I want to address.
Wait a minute. Clayton addressing referee Sean Danger here.
Sean, from my understanding, Mad Dog is making part of the Redneck Connection.
Honorary member. Must be the beard.
But I gotta say, even though you're cool with him, doesn't mean you're cool with me. Doesn't mean you're cool with my brother. You're gonna have to learn that. What I would suggest is we start winning every one of our matches, starting tonight.
Well, if the Rednecks have a referee in their back pocket,
I mean, it's...
With that in mind,
wouldn't be good for the locker
I'd
room.
like to issue an open challenge to a hardcore match. Get ready for some ass whooping. Come on, people, bring me somebody.
Well, Clayton Keg open...
He did this last month, and Night Terror answered the call. Maybe Night Terror will do it again. I don't know. Somebody hopefully will
He's
come out
here.
here.
He's not booked. Who's it going to be?
Clayton Keg is one hell of a hardcore competitor. I'll give him
He
that.
sure is.
Oh, wait a minute, though.
Well, speaking of hardcore competitors, this man can dish out a beating just as well as he can take one. That's Samuel Maddox.
And a perfect guy to respond to this. He's had his problems with the Redneck Connection, especially Cleotis.
This guy's got a 2x4.
Uh-oh. Maddox ain't messing around here tonight. Right away, starting the match. Oh! A hardcore match between Samuel Maddox and Clayton Keg. I don't think we got a bell.
No, the referee didn't call for one. I'm just going to go ahead and ring it for hell.
Make an executive decision here. Sean Danger, he's in over his head.
Oh, 187 shades of Greg Knight there.
Clayton needed that because he looked like he was in big trouble. And now will referee Sean Danger do his job, or will he favor the Rednecks?
Well, you can already see where Clayton's a little upset. They should have been a faster count according to him, but you know, I can't. What are you going to say to him? I mean,
Well, we're right up here. We run the place. We got our eyes on Sean Danger, and he's got to call things down the middle.
Ropes here. Maddox fires off with a clothesline, taking down Clayton.
And let's face it, he's only reffing tonight because we're a little short-staffed.
Oh, yeah, well, figure that wouldn't happen.
Senior referee Alberto Rodriguez at a wedding tonight. We gave him the night off. And
Who's getting married?
D'Angelo Johnson is just, you know, he's MIA. But Maddox now going to the outside. No countouts in this match. No disqualifications. I mentioned Clayton is one heck of a hardcore competitor, but Maddox, he can handle himself just fine in these types of matches.
You know,
Sign across the back, and
I gotta say, this is something I love. Nothing more do I like to see than two idiots beating each other up with street signs, cookie pans, and garbage cans. Maddox, of course, we go back to CWA Nemesis, following short winning the CWA Second City Championship, a title that he has held all for about a minute and a half.
you know what? We will go back to that because I'd like to mention that Cleotis Keg came out victorious in that Fatal 4-Way, and for the most part, he did it fair and square. I just don't understand why after the match, Cleotis had to inflict more punishment on Samuel Maddox.
Well, we've been talking about that.
Oh, wait a minute. He's mopping him up. Can't say he doesn't need a good mop down.
Well, Cleotis is one of those guys. We talked about it. We mentioned it up here on commentary. Cleotis is one of those guys who likes to go into business for himself.
Talking about, oh yeah, absolutely.
He doesn't like to play by the rules. You know, you can go out there and you can exploit. And
right into the ring post, and Samuel Maddox is down and out. He's not moving, Mike.
Well, this is the opportunity for Clayton Kegg right now for a 3 count, but he's...
Yeah, once you get outside the ring, it might favor Clayton Kegg. Cleotis Kegg, like you were mentioning, he's really established himself as the leader of the Redneck Connection. And for once, the Rednecks have been on the same page for quite some time.
Well, they're moving up the ladder here, but Clayton Kegg, this guy, this is...
Oh my God!
Outside of the ring is where he belongs. We've seen this guy catch out. He's caught on fire. I mean, he's had thumbtacks stuck in his ass.
And who can forget the classic hardcore match he had with
Oh my God!
the Flaming Table. He's had the brawl with referee Adam Skurlak at Gold Rush a few years ago.
Yeah.
Matt Wild, a hardcore match at Gold Rush as well. Clayton Kegg is as tough as they come.
You know, I got to tell you, Lethal, those mats on the ground, they're more or less to keep you from getting scraped up by the cement. It offers about a ½ inch of padding, and we just saw Samuel Maddox planted with a DDT, and this is over. No, it's not over. Samuel Maddox able to kick out at 2.
Clayton's looking at Sean Danger like he should be counting faster, but I think Sean Danger's doing a great job.
Well, yeah, he's doing what he was told to do.
Smells much better than he did last Saturday and the Saturday before.
It's amazing what a bottle of Febreze can do.
Whatever he did, he smells just fine this week. I'd like to compliment him on that.
Well, Clayton now digging a garbage can into the
Life's
corner.
about making improvements, Mike.
Absolutely right.
1 week at a time. Samuel Maddox needs to improve his standing in this match right now. Get back into the ring and get on his feet. Uh-oh. Very weak trash can shot to the head.
Yeah.
Uncharacteristic of Clayton Kegg.
Absolutely. After those sign shots we saw a minute ago.
I would not think that Clayton would feel 1 ounce of pity or remorse towards his opponent ever, especially Samuel Maddox.
Well, this is not good here. We're corner to corner. Clayton is sizing it up, and here comes Samuel Maddox.
Do you remember when you threw up all over Clayton?
I do.
And then reversal now into the trash can goes Clayton. That could be the turnaround that Samuel Maddox needed. Let's go ahead and play that footage for you real quick, folks. Michael Andrews vomiting. 2. Michael Andrews vomiting all over Clayton Kegg outside of the arena a few years ago.
It was a dark time in my life. Well, now that we're back to the match here, both men struggling to get up. Referee obviously not counting the 10. Hardcore rules do apply here.
What was wrong with you that day? Why were you just puking at other wrestlers?
I was a little inebriated that day.
Those were before your days of being a member of the board.
Right, I had a little bit of an issue with alcohol.
That was actually back in 2014. The summer of 2014.
Yeah.
And Samuel Maddox is delivering some very hard right hands. I would not want to be on the receiving end of those.
Yeah. Actually, that was around the time RBK started whipping me back into shape. Well, Maddox taking those. One after another, really hard shots by Clayton. I mean, they're affecting him, and there he goes. I guess the 6th time was a charm.
Clayton has actually gotten the better of Maddox so far in this match. Maddox has gotten his shots in as well. Clayton Kegg looks like he could be well on his way to a victory.
Well, he needs it.
We haven't seen him and Mad Dog team up since Nemesis. I don't know if they're deciding to split up or what. You know, Mad Dog was here a couple of weeks ago and last Saturday, and Clayton was not. And now Clayton here tonight, and no sign of Mad Dog.
You know what? For a while.
And wait a minute! That'll do it!
Out of nowhere!
Yep, out of nowhere is right. 2, forget about it. Samuel Maddox, your winner. Over Clayton Kegg in one hell of a match here.
Sean Danger, I mean, it looked like a normal 3
Oh, hold on a second.
God damn it.
There's Cleotis
Hold on a
now.
second.
Cleotis helping his little brother out. Samuel Maddox, your winner, but...
Well, now, where does Sean Danger fall in all this? He's got to be, you know...
Well, I don't know.
I'll just address the elephant in the room here, but... He just counted 3 for Samuel Maddox.
Clayton said to Sean Danger, hey, you got to prove yourself to me and Cleotis. You would think maybe Sean Danger would get in on his beatdown now that the match is over, but he looks like he's not sure what to do.
Oh, boy. Oh, God.
No.
Comes that jackknife powerbomb, and he's always...
Don't do it again. Maddox suffered 2 of these at Nemesis. Oh, man.
Jesus.
The CWA Second City champion laying out Samuel Maddox yet again.
Well, Maddox helpless. You know, the problem that Maddox has, he has no backup. No, he has nobody looking out for him. And you got 2 members of the Rednecks, 3 technically if you count Sean Danger, 3 members of the Rednecks here tonight, 4 if you would count...
Yeah, 4 if you count...
Mad Dog, who's not here.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I don't think Mad Dog is here tonight.
I'm a little tied up here just looking at Samuel Maddox. He's moving, which is a good sign. Sean Danger checking on him. You know, I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, those power bombs from Cleotis Keg gotta be brutal. I mean, you're up 6.5, almost damn near 7 feet up in the air when he lifts you up and he slams you right on your back.
Time and time again, that power bomb from Cleotis is just and Maddox, it seems like Maddox is always on the receiving end.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is obviously far from over.
Something about this between Samuel Maddox and Cleotis. I know Ellis Condito deserves a rematch for the Second City title.
He does.
But meanwhile, Ellis Condito is going to Gold Rush in the Golden Opportunity ladder match.
Well, I mean,
I don't know if that makes Maddox our guy to challenge Cleotis or not.
It very well could.
By next week, we need to figure this out.
You got to think about it this way. Cleotis Keg did hold on to that championship. Whether a minute or not, did he ever get a one-on-one rematch against anybody? I don't really recall. I think he was just kind of thrown into the mix at Nemesis.
Cleotis?
I'm sorry, Samuel Maddox. Did Samuel Maddox ever get a one-on-one rematch against any current champion?
And he did not, and he was not pinned at Nemesis.
Exactly.
So we got a week. Let's try to figure this out. We got 4 weeks, really.
As far as I'm concerned, Samuel Maddox would deserve actually a one-on-one shot. And you're right, if Ellis Condito is not going to be, I mean, we don't know if he's going to challenge or not, but you're right, he's got a one-way ticket. He's already he's a front runner for that Golden Opportunity.
Let's make it our goal to figure this out by next Saturday.
All right, we'll talk
Samuel Maddox, I'm tired of watching Samuel Maddox get beat down by Cleotis Keg.
Yeah, for what reason? I mean, there's really nothing in it for Maddox. Oh my God, is this Matt Wild's music?
It is, and at this time, we will be joined by the Wild Thing, former CWA champion. There he is, Matt Wild. Not scheduled for competition tonight, but he was defeated last Saturday by Mark Reconcile. Mark, therefore, earning a CWA title match at Gold Rush against Aaron Stone. But that leaves Matt Wild out of the CWA heavyweight title picture for the first time all year.
Well, Matt Wild has had a very, very, very unprecedented year here.
2 days before Christmas last year, he turned his back on the audience and he turned his back on Aaron Stone, made himself champion. But Aaron Stone, it took him a while, but Aaron Stone regained that belt. Let's hear what Matt Wild has to say.
You look stupid! You look stupid! Shut up, puppet. Shut up. You know, I don't understand this disrespect. I've been here for 5 years, the workhorse of the CWA. Coming here every week, every show, busting my ass. And what do I get? Disrespect from all of you puppets. Let's get mild. Let's get mild. Let's get mild. Let's get mild. Shut up, puppet warrior. Last year, I did what I thought I would never do. I came in the Gold Rush, I walked out as a Golden Opportunity briefcase holder, and I cashed it in later on, and you guys got sick over it. Well, too damn bad. I'm not in this for you, I'm in this for me. I did this for me, because I deserve that heavyweight title. Right now, if it wasn't for those fingertip bastards up the commentary, I'd still be the heavyweight champion.
Hey,
You keep pointing at me, little girl.
don't blame me for your mistakes, buddy. It's not my fault you lost your hair at age 25.
I'd still be your champion. But sadly, I'm not. Because those guys on commentary like to throw their weight around. They like to throw their weight around for lard asses like Mark Reconcile, who disappears after warfare, never to be seen again, probably a day, maybe. Then he comes back, and he gets put in a match against me for #1 contender for the title.
And you lost.
Well, I got screwed out of that one, didn't I? You beat your fair skirt. What are you talking about? That is fair
course, Mark Reconcile not here tonight.
Where is he? He's not in here.
There he goes. He's touching on it.
Who else isn't here? That diabetic fucking lard ass Greg Knight.
Whoa,
Where is
whoa,
he at?
whoa, whoa, whoa.
He's probably at the buck bay too. Probably going from 350 pounds to 480. Greg Knight is a loser. He's a nobody. His kids should be disappointed in him. Yeah, you're right. They wouldn't though. You know, he has a little girl, what, almost a year old? If she was old enough to know what a piece of crap her father was,
wow,
she'd be disappointed too.
Wow. Matt Wild is he's going too far here.
You don't belong here.
Greg Knight and him used to be best friends. Now he's insulting the man's children.
Hair. No, you don't. Everyone, you ugly. Go to bank and shut up.
This guy is...
Well, Matt Wild, obviously not competing tonight, but he has plenty to say.
Guys like Enigma and Greg Knight and Mark Reconcile come in here wherever the hell they please. Well, I'm here every week busting my ass off. And then Greg Knight has the nerve to screw me out of my chances of getting a heavyweight title back. He screwed me.
Yeah!
That's fake. Shut up. He also screwed me out of being in that ladder match at Gold Rush.
Greg Knight made sure that Matt couldn't cheat against Santana Starks a couple of weeks ago.
I'm beautiful and I'm wild. Shut up. Let's get one thing straight, Greg. You are a loser. Your kids know you're a loser.
Wow.
Your wife knows you're a loser. Next time
This is a shoot promo or what's going on here?
I don't know, but this is... Matt Wild usually comes out here.
You're going to be a reckoning. You screw me one too many times, I'm going to screw you over next time I see you.
That might have been the most heartfelt words we've ever heard from Matt Wild, and it's just, I don't like hearing him say this about a man that he came to the CWA with. Matt and Greg came to the CWA together in 2013 as a tag team, and it's come to this 5 years later.
If I can be honest about it, though, I mean, trust me, I'm in no way in Matt Wild's corner, but a lot of what he says makes sense. I mean, to a point. When it comes to Greg Knight, not the decisions we make, nothing like that. But I'll give it to Matt when he says he's been here, he's busting his ass. He's been here for a very long time, and he's worked his way up just like a lot of people have. And yeah, it's taken him 5 years to get where he is. His mistakes that he's made over the last few months, it's what really cost him. But when he comes out here and he says stuff like that about Greg Knight, I mean, to a point, I feel him.
And I'm going to have to agree with you to an extent, only because let's not forget what Greg Knight's done to Matt Wild.
Absolutely.
Greg Knight has turned his back on Matt Wild more than one occasion. And I go back to Maximum Carnage 2014, where Greg Knight ripped off the Blackbird mask, revealed himself as a member of the Dark Entity, and who was at the receiving end of a beatdown? Matt Wild.
Right.
Well, the show must go on tonight. Up next is going to be a champion versus champion match, Mike. I'm very excited. We saw him out here earlier. It's going to be the CWA Second City champion, Cleotis Keg, against the CWA Heavyweight champion, Aaron Stone.
We've seen these two, actually not too long ago, they were engaged in a couple of singles matches.
Oh yeah, Nightmare last year actually. One final test before Aaron Stone met Steeples in the cage in November. He had to overcome Cleotis in October, and it was no easy challenge. Cleotis Keg is big, bad, tough. He knows how to win.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've employed his services at one point. I mean, that was the whole purpose of it.
Yeah, until he picked the hand that fed him and chose you and Tyler Cross over me and Darren Stryker.
Well, that didn't last long anyway. Back to what I was saying, though, between Matt Wild and Greg Knight, I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I'm not sure what the intentions are. I mean, Greg Knight is still involved in this Golden Opportunity tournament, but Matt Wild is obviously not forgotten. Like you said, the history there, so it's kind of interesting to see what's going to happen moving forward. But here he comes now. Speaking of
our Second City champion in the ring, Cleotis Keg, going to be taking on the CWA Heavyweight champion, the young man Aaron Stone.
I have to say I'm very, very surprised. I shouldn't say surprised. I'm very, very excited to see this man going into Gold Rush, holding on to that heavyweight championship. It's kind of an honor. I mean, it's talking about doing it all in a short amount of time, opposite of Matt Wild, of course.
I find it interesting that in order to finally become heavyweight champion, this man, Aaron Stone, had to defeat Jeff Steeples inside the steel cage at Maximum Carnage. And now, if he wants to keep that belt, he's going to have to defeat the other half of two-man kill zone, Mark Reconcile, at Gold Rush.
Well, he's done it before.
I don't know if he's got it in him.
Well, I can tell you right
The
now.
odds have to favor Mark Reconcile.
Well, yeah, you know, Mark's been sitting. I'll touch on that again. Matt Wild said it. Where's Mark been? Well, I can
This
tell
is
you
a
right
great test for Stone, actually.
Mark's been at home, and I can tell you what Mark's been doing. He's been watching and waiting for his opportunity to come back. He's not going to come back and make a fool out of himself. He's coming back to challenge for the CWA Championship, and there's a reason for that. Mark believes he can win, and I believe he can win as well.
I never count Aaron Stone out, but again, the odds have to favor Mark Reconcile at Gold Rush. He's more experienced, he's bigger, he's stronger. But again, don't count out Aaron Stone, and this will be a good test for Stone tonight, going up against Cleotis.
Stone looking probably as good as ever, but he is going up against big old Cleotis Keg, who's, you know, like you said, no stranger to brawling.
We wondered if if and when Mark would return after he defeated Steeples at Warfare, and week in and week out, no Mark Reconcile.
I literally thought he was done. I heard rumors that he had basically accomplished everything he had come here to accomplish. Steeples was the last thing on that agenda. When they both left, I thought that was it. I thought we would never see another member of Two-Man Kill Zone again, and obviously, you know, anything happens here in the
apparently there is something left for Mark, and that's to reclaim the CWA Heavyweight title, a belt that he won 2 Gold Rushes ago for the first time.
Yep.
Gold Rush 4.
There's always something here to do, Lethal. I mean, who would have thought you and I would be up here 6 years after this whole thing was started?
Down goes Stone, but quickly back to his feet, and he goes down again.
Right on the back of his head.
Cleotis taking Stone down not once, but twice. I enjoy being up here. I get a great seat, and I get to enjoy every single match that takes place. I don't miss a thing.
Don't you ever get the itch, though? I mean,
Aaron Stone with a nice kick to Cleotis. Cleotis is a bit woozy.
I gotta say, Mike, you know, my return.
Well, of course I get the itch, and you know, you do too. And
obviously, my lackluster return.
We're good for a few matches a year. But these two guys, Aaron Stone and Cleotis, are both good for, you know, 40 to 50 matches a year. Aaron Stone would wrestle every single day if you let him. And
oh my God! And there's a boot. I know. I just, you know, there's a lot of the times I'm up here, I just get so into these matches. I mean, right here.
Cleotis kind of in control. I know what you mean.
I see these matches with Stone. I see these matches with Cleotis, and you know, I just I get the itch to be out there.
You've been in there with both of these guys.
I know. I used to do those suplex.
Wow.
That's got to kill the lower back. I used to go out there 50 times a year, Lethal. You remember those days?
Sure do.
You know, I can't consider myself to be a quitter. I'm not saying you're a quitter. I'm not saying
How many times did you help the CWA title?
I don't know, but three times. Last time in 20. It's been 4 years since I've held that title. 2 count. Aaron Stone not giving up that easily.
I know exactly what you mean. I would love to go out there and compete against men like Aaron Stone, compete against men like Cleotis Keg.
It just pisses me off when you see guys like O'Doyle and Warlord of all people and Matt Wild. I want to go out there and kick the shit out of them just for, for them running their mouths. They talk to me like I'm a decrepit old man.
I sleep easy at night knowing that we defeated O'Doyle Enterprises at Warfare. Granted, you and I were both pinned in that match. Slam. We had Aaron Stone on our team.
1, 2.
We had RBK on our team.
You're right, we did.
And we came out victorious. And yeah, you came up a little short against Tyler Cross at Nemesis, but we all know Riley O'Doyle played a large role in that.
Yeah, but that's another thing too. That you know, Tyler Cross and I have had our issues going back to 2012. And
speaking of Tyler Cross, you're going to get a front row seat here and watch Tyler Cross compete up next in our main event against Rion Skills. The winner will go to Gold Rush in the Golden Opportunity Ladder match.
I cannot wait.
You suck!
Meanwhile, Cleotis in complete control of the CWA Heavyweight Champion, Aaron Stone.
Tell you what though, Lethal, the one thing I do not miss is coming up in a few weeks here, we're going to start seeing 80, 90 degree weather. I don't miss competing in that. I can barely announce that. I'll be up here sweating bullets.
Well, so far so good. We haven't had a really hot day. We're already in the middle of May. Right hands. Let's just hope that the hot weather holds off until after Gold Rush.
Oh, absolutely.
Big clothesline from Cleotis.
I welcome today's 55-degree day.
Oh, me too. I don't mind it at all.
Well, Cleotis is looking very impressive here, going up against a heavyweight champion. Cleotis, of course, never holding that heavyweight championship. Only a matter of time, though. You look at this guy. Cleotis, and he's another
I don't think Cleotis has ever even competed in a heavyweight title match. The closest thing he's gotten is being in an Eruption Battle Royal.
I mean, you got to look at it this way. I mean, his career has definitely turned around.
What's he thinking about? He's got Stone grounded, and Stone is in bad shape.
Working on that lower back, setting him up in some sort of a Rings of Saturn maneuver, but he's got the STF, the lower. Wow, yeah, that's good.
You don't see this from Cleotis too often.
He's not a submission specialist.
Oh my God! Now he just bashed Stone's face off the mat. Cleotis. Can you imagine if Cleotis defeated Aaron Stone tonight? Really shake things up before Gold Rush.
Absolutely.
I remember a really, really, really hot day here at the Allied Arena. Oh, nice elbow from Cleotis. Stone now coming out of the corner.
Oh, and he caught him with an elbow of his own.
He needed that. It was a
fire back out of the corner. There's another one. Can he make it 3?
And now Cleotis with a clothesline. Cleotis just put out that little fire that Stone got started ever so briefly. And now Cleotis winding up. I remember a really hot day here 3 years ago. It was in May of 2015. It was actually the 100th Extreme. You can go back and watch that show on cwa-TV. And inside the building, we had about, that's the clothesline. Back comes Stone, both men. Double clothesline. Inside the building, we only had a handful of fans, but outside the building, we had another 15 to 20 people, but they just couldn't bear the heat inside the building. The 100th Extreme, of course, was May 2015, almost 3 years ago to the day. And of course we had our 200th Extreme earlier this year. Happy to be here tonight on yet another edition of Saturday Night Extreme. Just 3 more Extremes before Gold Rush. Both men to their feet.
Oh, caught him. Back to the blocks, failed. Super call, he caught him in the gut. There's the face shot. Oh boy.
Stone trying to mount him.
Through that knee, and he caught him right across the side of the face.
Cover.
And there's your clean victory by our CWA heavyweight champion Aaron Stone over the Second City champion Cleotis Keg. Cleotis is out. That definitely rung his bell. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Proud CWA champion picking up a much-needed victory as he himself is on the road to Gold Rush, and he's on a collision course with the big man, Mark Reconcile.
Of course, Mark Reconcile, we mentioned it earlier, not here tonight, but I'm sure he's at home taking his notes. I believe Mark can do it. I don't know how you feel. I think you said you believe Mark can do it too, but then again,
I love Aaron Stone. Aaron Stone has my full support. I am a big Aaron Stone fan.
You're probably the biggest Aaron Stone fan.
But if I gotta put, what is that supposed to be?
Nothing.
The young man can wrestle. Now, if you want to put money on the line, I'm gonna go with Mark.
Well, I look at Mark, the sheer size advantage, but then again, you look at the match that just happened. You look at what Aaron Stone just did.
Cleotis talking to his so-called member of the Rednecks here, and he just shoved down the newest member of the Redneck Connection, Sean Danger. Cleotis Keg obviously not happy with himself for losing that match. He's taking it out on Sean Danger.
You know, did Sean Danger ever actually say yes, I want to be in it? I mean, he cheers.
Well, he did. He embraced Mad Dog of all people. I don't know. Probably the worst. We've seen exactly what happens between Sean Danger and the Rednecks.
Well, you know, these guys drink all the time. I mean,
it is time, Mike.
Hold them accountable for that.
It is time for our main event. I'd like to get a shot of the bracket. As you can see, we have just 6 men remaining. It was 16, now it's 6. And after this main event match, we'll be down to 5. As it's going to be Tyler Cross taking on Rion Skills.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait at all. I want to see Rion put the business. Hold no, I got it. It'll be there. I want to see Rheon put the business of Tyler Cross.
I'm very excited to see this main event match. CWA Internet Champion Rheon Skills for the first time ever going to take on CWA Original and former CWA Heavyweight Champion Tyler Cross.
Well, Rheon, there's classic Rheon. Didn't get the reaction he wanted, so he's going to try it a second time. There we go. A little bit better. A little bit better. Rheon is never mind.
Rheon Skills with an impressive victory a couple of weeks ago in the first round against Roland Young. And last Saturday, Rheon actually had an internet title defense, a very brief internet title defense, nonetheless, against Max Alexander. In that match, Rheon Skills, he knocked Max Alexander out.
I just heard Rheon say he misplaced his internet belt, so he just grabbed whatever title he could. That probably explains why Loco didn't come out earlier with the tag belt. Rheon's running around with it. That's a big problem lately here. Gotta get that taken care of soon, hopefully.
I don't know about you, Michael. When I was a title holder in the CWA, I was proud to be a champion. Let's not pay attention to how I won my matches.
I was always proud to be a champion. I'm proud to say that I've held every single title. I've held the CWA Second City and the Internet title at the same time. The first one to do that.
I'm right there
I know
with you.
Rheon's done it, but
I am right there with you.
you know, tag team is the only thing I've ever fallen short. Tyler Cross and I brief run with the tag titles. Didn't last very long, but you know, it is what it is. Never been able to find a real reliable partner.
Well, I've had some unreliable partners myself. We can talk about Buzz, we can talk about Wolf Cage.
Yeah, but look at your
Me and Chi-Town Legend, however, were pretty good tag team.
but you've held the title like 5 times.
Three
times. I mean, that's impressive as it is.
Well, enough about you and enough about me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this man. A man who got a huge victory over you at Nemesis. A man who got a huge victory over RBK in the first round 2 weeks ago. None other than Tyler Cross.
You know, it sickens me to know that potentially Tyler Cross can be going to Gold Rush and competing for the case. It really burns my ass, I gotta be honest. Especially when he's walking alongside of this scumbag.
Well, he's got his work cut out for him right here in this second round match against Rheon. Wait a minute, Tyler Cross has a microphone. What does he have to say before this highly anticipated tournament matchup? Tyler Cross, the last man remaining from O'Doyle Enterprises in this tournament. Will he advance to Gold Rush, or will it be Rheon?
If I may. Everyone, please be quiet. I have something I need to say.
We don't care!
We don't care! We don't care! We don't care! We don't care! We watch yourself! We don't care!
I'm actually curious as to what he has to say.
We can feel it! It's one title! We can feel it! We can feel it!
The audience fully behind Rheon Skills.
Wow. Far cry from about 6 months ago.
I can't believe this. Disrespect. Now, as I was saying, there is one player that eluded me here in the CWA, and that is the Internet Championship that you hold currently. So now, tonight, if you're man enough, I am challenging you for that title in this match right now.
Whoa, wait a minute now.
So you're telling me we have a qualifying match here for the tournament, and now Tyler Cross wants the Internet Championship on the line.
The stakes could be getting higher. Tyler Cross wants this to be for all the marbles, not only...
Interesting. The last time these two were face to face, Riley got a fistful.
Yeah, Riley better be careful if he were smart, which he isn't.
Anyway, you were saying.
You watch it.
Was that?
Stakes are getting higher.
Yeah, I mean, this could be to see who goes to Gold Rush for the Golden Opportunity briefcase, and also for a championship, the Internet Championship.
Who would like to see me defend the CWA Internet Championship?
But he's going to leave it up to the people, and they're all for it.
Well, there we go. He said, okay, we got a championship match here.
Rheon accepts, so now in the... In the main event tonight, it will be Tyler Cross versus Rion Skills for the CWA Internet title.
Probably need an update.
And to see who advances in this tournament.
Well, here we go. Final match of the night.
That's right. Check real well. Come on, now, check real well. That's right.
Referee taking his time checking Rion. I think Tyler Cross is the one you got to worry about. Just waiting on an opening bell. Here we go, main event. Rion Skills versus Tyler Cross for the Internet title. And the winner goes to Gold Rush.
This match has already started. Referee wondering what's going on. I think Tyler Cross he's got a little bit more than he bargained for here in Rion. Rion, Cross, here they go, locking horns. Get an autograph. Now this is something Cross is very familiar with, this chaining. Obviously not as familiar as Rion, however, because he had him in a nice wrist lock, now side headlock.
Come on, Cross, you got this.
Leo, do it again. Oh, Leo.
Get out of there.
So was I correct? I saw a post the other day. Rion is now he's a 3-time Internet champion, am I correct?
I get 4.
He's a 4-time. Wow. I believe that's a record here. I'm almost positive that's a record.
No, it definitely is. No doubt about it. Rion Skills a 4-time CWA Internet champion. Originally winning the title from Big Mac. He would lose it to El Escondido and then reclaim it from El Escondido. Then he lost it to RBK, reclaimed it from RBK, making him a 3-time champion.
Yep, and then of course
and he dropped it to Warlord and reclaimed it from Warlord. 4 separate Internet title reigns. But I can't think of a better CWA Internet champion ever than Rion Skills. RBK comes close, but Rion's the guy.
Cross pulled a fast one, able to yank Rion back into a side headlock. Rion sends him off the ropes. Both of them go down with a shoulder tackle.
Evenly matched so far.
Yeah.
2 veterans going at it.
Cross is trying to reevaluate himself in the corner.
I was very disappointed when my good friend RBK was defeated by Tyler Cross, but at the same time I knew it meant that we'd get to see Rion Skills versus Tyler Cross.
Yeah.
And here we are. Rion now with a shot to the midsection, fighting back against Tyler, who's tied up in the ropes briefly. Tyler Cross with some right hands of his own. He backs Rion up into the corner.
Right now, this is where Cross usually does the most damage. He gets caught up in the corner. He's full of tricks.
That's right.
Come on, Rita!
Into the corner they go, and a big clothesline from Rion Skills. Across the back of the head.
Wow. I'll tell you right now, a big chop like that across the back of the neck ain't good for anybody.
These 2 men have never stepped in the ring with one another before, other than being teammates as part of Doyle Enterprises, but this time they're going one-on-one, and I have no idea what's going to happen.
You really think you...
Oh, now this is... Two issues with this. First of all, Riley should know better. And second of all, Rion really needs to keep his head in the game. The championship's on the line right now. If that isn't bad enough, you know.
You couldn't be more right, because I just thought about it. If Tyler Cross wins this match, it's going to be because of Riley. Just like what happened to you at Nemesis.
Absolutely.
And a big DDT from Cross. Gonna go for a quick cover now. 1, 2. Right shoulder up.
Sean Danger a little quick on the count.
Last Saturday I could smell Sean Danger from up here, but things are going much better this Saturday.
Yeah, no, definitely. You know, we do have showers in the facility here.
Multiple?
We have one. It works well.
Never used it.
It works very well, actually. Hot water works in an instant.
Tyler Cross with a nice headlock applied. Rion struggling to breathe. Cross now getting backed up into the corner. Both men up against the ropes. And the 5 count from Sean Danger. Despite the pressure from the redneck, Sean Danger's done a fine job tonight as referee. This is the most important match of the night, Mike. This main event match, this tournament match. And Tyler Cross now going to work on the back of Rion.
Drop kick right to the face. Cross going to go for another cover. A little slow on it.
Middle of the ring, no. Internet Championship on the line.
Cross not happy with the referee, but you could tell Cross is tired. He's struggling a little bit, and this is going to be his downfall for sure. You know, that's one of the things you gotta, I bring up. Let's just say it how it is. Cross has been on a part-time schedule. He's coming back. You see a lot more of him now, but that really takes a toll on you. You saw me and Cross get in the ring at Nemesis. It's no secret we were out of gas. Oh, come on now, what are you doing? Riley on the outside. Come on!
Cheap shots now from O'Doyle. This guy. Hey! Knock it off, you scumbag! Oh. Riley is just digging himself a hole with Rion's skills. He's going to get knocked out again by Rion one of these days.
Numbers game week, though, no backup. We said this earlier. Same thing with the Rednecks earlier.
Well, a count out. Tyler Cross would advance in the tournament in a count out, but he would not win the Internet Championship. Nobody wants to see this match end in a count out.
He is so sweaty. God.
Tyler Cross dropping the big leg. Another attempt pinfall here. Here we go. 1, 2. Not enough. Well, this capacity crowd getting behind Rion's skills here. The skills have it. Going for the midsection. There's 2. There's 3. Cross, of course, firing back with a couple of shots to the face. Cross sending Rion off the ropes. Leg clothesline. Down goes Rion. That's something you don't see out of Cross too much anymore.
Tyler Cross knows how to wear down his opponent.
Make the CWA great again. Yeah! Stay one.
One of these two men will join LS Candido, Jacob Schmidt, and either Enigma or Greg Knight in a fatal 4-way ladder match at Gold Rush for the Golden Opportunity briefcase. A briefcase that pretty much almost guarantees you a CWA heavyweight title
Let's just
reign.
put it where it is. It pretty much guarantees, unless you're an idiot, it guarantees you that you will be the next champion. It's all about the opportunity. You got to cash in.
Nothing is guaranteed in life, but you're right. It's almost it's good. Next closest thing to a guarantee.
I mean, you're literally holding a lottery ticket unless you drop it or let it blow out of your hands.
Especially give that briefcase to a man like Tyler Cross, he'll find a way to cash in and become champion. And Rion's got the ropes. Referee's gonna have to break the hold here. Tyler Cross gonna use just about every last second that he has.
I actually love the briefcase. I wish we had more of them. Imagine if there's a briefcase floating around for the internet title too.
No, that'd be unnecessary.
Well, I think it'd be funny. Problem is, some of these idiots that lose the briefcase. Every Gold Rush. Now, even though this is Gold Rush 5 or 6, I take that back. That'll be the 5th time we've had a Golden Opportunity match. Of course, our first Gold Rush saw you actually in the unofficial main event, Lethal, defending the CWA United States Championship. I was supposed to be in that main event against this lunatic out there, Tyler Cross. Ear clap.
Tyler Cross will go on to cut the infamous promo where he said you better be fucking dead for dodging him.
Yes.
And he meant it. I gotta say, he came out to the ring ready to compete. You were not there.
No, I was
At the time, you were a different man. Neither man in control at the moment, and
Oh Rion asking for more. Cross coming back. Punches to the head. Rion, oh man, a big hard right. Cross going back. Multiple punches by Cross.
Let's go, Rion!
Yeah, Cross is looking kind of rough, Lethal. I think Rion's actually putting him through the ringer here. I don't see, and this is what I was talking about. Cross has to understand what he's going up against in Rion. Oh, big spine buster, and I guess that's might be the equalizer here that Cross was looking for.
Equalizer!
Oh, Riley heard me.
Yeah!
No, Rion is able to kick out. Tyler Cross getting frustrated. The audience chanting for Rion.
This match could go either way at this point. I think Cross is definitely in control. Obviously, he has Riley out there. Makes a big difference. We've already seen Riley's involvement on the outside of this matchup. Rion, of course, we know Rion. We know his fighting spirit. He will not give up. And you know this guy will do anything to fire one back at Riley O'Doyle. Winning this match is exactly what he needs to do. Nice big back elbow. Cross is down. Rion off the rope. Drops a huge right elbow. That looked devastating. Cross up.
Oh my God! The impact on that corner collision. Tyler Cross is out on his feet, and now he's out off his feet.
I don't think Cross was expecting this.
Riley is now screaming at Rion. I think Riley can feel this match slipping away from Tyler Cross.
Shut up! All of you! Shut up!
Oh, there's one. Nice big chop across the chest. And a right hand. Another right hand. Oh boy, Cross!
He's got him up! Crisscross, no, Rion on his feet.
Ducks the clothesline.
Oh no,
No,
not the
come on.
crossbreaker, no. Rion's got the ropes.
That's how he ended me.
Rion, thankfully able to fight out of that crossbreaker. That would have been it for him, I think. And a forearm! Tyler Cross is out. 2, 3, that'll do it! Rion Skills advances in the tournament. He's going to Gold Rush, and he retains his CWA Internet Championship.
I can't think of a more deserving person, and that's exactly what I came here to see in this main event here tonight. I came here to see Rion Skills standing over Tyler Cross, and I'm very happy to say that I'm seeing that right now, and this is just going to be the icing on the cake here.
What a
Rion is
main
now,
event match.
Rion's untaping now. We see
And it was
Riley O'Doyle out here.
that same forearm that Rion used to defeat Warlord at Nemesis, uses it again to defeat Tyler Cross here tonight. A huge win for Rion Skills. Advancing to Gold Rush to meet Jacob Schmidt, LS Condillo, and of course either Enigma or Greg Knight. Rion Skills walking away the winner tonight in our main event. What a night it's been on Saturday Night Extreme.
Well, that's what I want to see right there. A disappointed and a disgruntled looking Riley O'Doyle.
Well, the show opened with Riley O'Doyle challenging one of us to a match at Gold Rush. It ends with Rion Skills punching his ticket to the Golden Opportunity ladder match at Gold Rush.
And you know
On
what?
behalf of RBK, who's not here, I'm Lethal alongside Michael Andrews.
Absolutely. That's karma, Riley. One of my favorite words. Well, you're right, Lethal. We will see you all next week. Thanks for joining us.
All right, good night, everyone.